I'm joined now by registered dietitian Candace Sorden, who's also a volunteer with the American Heart Association. Welcome.
Thank you.
Well, right now the association is holding a competition called Woman of Impact, and to get us more in charge of our health. And King 5's own Kelly Hansen is competing to be the Woman of Impact, and she and her team are working to raise awareness and funds. The competition goes until April 4th, and you can donate to Kelly. There's a link on our New Day website. But for now, Candace joins me with a tasty recipe that we're making.
Yeah.
What are we making?
Yeah, we are making a Tuscan bean soup today.
Okay, I'm imagining it's heart healthy.
Yes, very heart healthy.
Okay, how do we get started?
Yeah, so we have lots of tasty ingredients here. We've got some olive oil, some red onion, some garlic, celery. Then we have some chicken stock and beans, tomatoes, and our spices, our oregano,
so
thyme.
Real basics that you have in the house.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we're gonna get started with just adding about a teaspoon.
Okay.
I'm gonna finish
of olive oil.
Of olive oil. Yep, and I'm gonna finish chopping these up.
Okay, and this is a hot pan.
Yep,
I
just want to coat the bottom there.
Okay.
And we're gonna turn that on medium heat. Yep.
Turn it down just a little bit.
Okay. And then you can go ahead and add the red onion there.
Okay.
Yep.
Woo. I love that sound.
Very good.
Okay.
Yep, and then we can go ahead and add these in too.
So this is more celery, and you're working on a little bit more.
Yeah, and I just finished chopping that.
Okay.
Yep. Put these in.
So there's some couple of cloves of garlic.
Yep.
More celery.
Yep, exactly.
Oh. That's okay. I'm a messy cook.
Yeah.
But it gets done. Okay.
Yep. So we'll just kind of stir that around.
So these soften, I would imagine?
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, what's next?
Yeah, so we'll just kind of let this soften a little bit. And then from there, we're going to add the stock and the beans and the tomatoes.
What makes this recipe heart healthy?
Yeah, so really when we think about heart health, we want to eat more fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, low-fat dairy. We want to do less sweets. We want to watch our sodium intake. We want to do less processed meats.
Okay.
Less high-fatty meats as well.
So less cookies, but not, I mean, a few cookies.
Yeah, yeah, we can still have some. It's just about moderation, right?
Right. Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
So this is softening.
Yeah, yep. And then, so we can go ahead and get this ready.
Okay.
So we're gonna put about 2 cups of broth in.
And this is just a chicken stock?
Yeah, yep.
And would you use the lower sodium?
Yeah, if we can get the low sodium, that's gonna be best. If ever you're buying low sodium, or if you're buying canned items but you can't find the low sodium varieties, you can just rinse like the beans really well, and that will help take off some of that sodium.
I never even thought about that.
Yeah, yep.
Because you can't always find a canned green bean or something that's low sodium.
Right, exactly, yep. And we'll go ahead and put these in as well.
And what kind of beans are these?
These are Great Northern beans. And yep, they are the low sodium variety as well. Same with the diced tomatoes, and we're just gonna put this all in with the liquid. And then we're gonna turn up the heat to medium high now.
Okay.
We're just gonna try and get that to simmer.
Okay.
Oh, and we wanna put our spices in too. So again, our spices were the oregano, the
red pepper,
red pepper flakes, and then the thyme.
Thyme.
Yeah.
And does it matter if you use fresh or
dry? No, honestly, you know, both are going to really help bring out the flavor without having to use as much salt. So, yeah.
So what can we do to prevent cardiovascular disease? And I would say women, but
yeah, in general, yeah. So certainly, you know, eating that heart healthy diet like we talked about, you know, a diet very rich in the fruits, vegetables, whole grains, things like that. But in addition, you know, exercising regularly, knowing our numbers, our lipid levels, you know, being on top of our health, and that can really help too.
Question on lipid number. Is that something you would say to your doctor that you want tested when you have your blood work done? You'd ask them specifically for the lipid numbers?
Yeah, and oftentimes, you know, nowadays doctors are going to want to get those numbers done annually for most people anyhow. So even if you forget, your doctor will likely remind you.
I think oftentimes we look at recipes that are heart healthy and we think it's going to cost more money.
Yeah.
What are some budget-friendly ways to cook, especially quickly for our families?
Of course, of course. Yeah, so, you know, all produce counts, so including, you know, canned and frozen varieties, so we can always look at those. You know, of course, buying the lower sodium as we're able. Right. If we're looking for fresh produce, we want to try to buy what's in season. That's usually what's going to be in bulk in the grocery store, so those things are going to be a reduced price.
But you said that if we can't find the fresh, you're okay with the can.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah.
What
absolutely.
about frozen?
Yeah, and frozen, you know, can last a really long time.
Right.
So our folks who say, oh, I buy the, you know, the fresh stuff, but I can't get through it all, then going to those frozen foods can be really helpful.
And you can buy that in bulk. And so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and how are we finishing this off?
Yeah, so really what we would do is let this kind of cook for about 20 minutes.
Okay.
And we would really need to kind of cover it too and turn down the heat once it is to a simmer. And then but yeah, for today's purposes,
magic of TV, right?
Yeah, we have a finished dish here, and so
you can see it's cooked down.
Yes, it's cooked down, and then at the very end, we would have added, you know, the spinach right at the last like 2 minutes, and then we'll just add some
to try. You said you finish it off this way, which I love this.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'll put it down. We'll just kind of.
The Italian in me is very much responding to the fresh farm. And for inspiration on recipes, where would we go?
Yeah, so the American Heart Association, they have a wonderful website with lots of great recipes, and you know, you can even filter by whatever meal that you're looking for. So if you're looking for breakfast ideas, lunch ideas, you can find those things. Yeah.
That is so full of flavor. You can really taste the thyme.
Yeah. Oh, wonderful.
How much Parmesan is too much, though? That might be a little more. Yeah, it was delicious. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.